What's going on, everybody? We got a fun one for you today. We got into the channel, the Sega Genesis Mini 2. Now, this thing is pretty cool. It's got a ton of games. But in the box, as you can see here, you get the Sega Genesis Mini 2 console, which looks like the Sega Genesis 2 back in the day. You get the wired 6-button controller and, of course, all your cables. And also, you get a dongle in here. But what's really cool is the games that come on this little mini console. You get 60 total games. That's right, 60 games. Now, what's great about the Sega Genesis Mini 2 is you get Sega Genesis CD games on here. So you get Sega CD and Mega CD games on here. You get Echo the Dolphin, Echo the Tides of Time, Final Fight CD, Mansion of Hidden Souls, Night Striker, Night Trap, Robo Aleste, Sewer Shark, Shining Force CD, Sylphid, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, and the Ninja Warriors. Plus, you get games. You get 7 bonus original titles. That's right, original titles. Fantasy Zone, Splatter, Space Harrier 2. And there's a ton of Sega Genesis games on here too. So let's just crack this guy open. Let's see what comes in the box. Nicely wrapped here. Like I said, guys, you get a dongle actually. There's a dongle case. Of course, you got your HDMI cable. We all know you get HDMI cable, but the dongle. There was no dongle in the first Mini, so that's cool. It came with a dongle, even though I probably have 50 million of those laying around, but not everybody has them. And then you get the micro USB cable. And then this is what I think is really cool about this release, guys, is the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive 6-button controller. Now, I got to tell you guys, this thing is really, really nice. This feels like an authentic Sega controller that were released back in the 90s. It feels really great. The buttons aren't super smushy. They're clicky. They feel really nice. I remember having one of these back, when it released, and it was just my go-to controller after that. I didn't go back to the 3-button. It's excellent controller. One of my favorite controllers ever made of all time. So definitely check out the 6-button Sega Genesis controller if you haven't already. And this is right here. This is the big boy of the show. This is the Genesis Mini 2, which replicates the Genesis 2 back in the day. So the Genesis Mini 1 was the old school Sega Genesis, their first release, and this was their follow-up, the Genesis 2. So yeah, HDMI out and micro USB out for power. But let's take a look at both of them side by side. I have my original Sega Genesis Mini right here, and you can see they're just, they're almost 1-to-1. They're just super small. They're mini, right? So it's really neat to see these and hold these together in the hands, because the originals were so much bigger, but it's cool that Sega did this. They just look great. They just bring back so many memories of the Sega Genesis, and owning both consoles, back then. But like I said, this is my buddy, so this will go home with him. Maybe one day I will pick one up, but it looks great. And look at that. Even the side cover comes off. It's too bad they didn't throw in like a little mini Sega CD with this one. That would have been pretty cool. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and play some of the games that are on here. We'll just play a few so I can show you guys how well they play on here. We'll play like mostly Sega CD games and then maybe like one Sega Genesis game. But let's jump into that now. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the Sega Genesis Mini 2. So this is the main menu that you're greeted with here. As you can see here, you got all 60 games. You could do CDs first if you hit Y or Z here. So, or you could do number of players, genre, Z to A to Z, release date. That's kind of cool. Recently played, CDs first. Let's do CDs first. That's cool. So check it out. You got the OG original Night Trap before they put the Ring Force CD, Sylphid, Atomic Runner, Alien Soldier, Ninja Warriors. That's really cool because I believe that was a Japanese only Mega CD release. Sonic CD, which is totally awesome. Love that. Crusader of Sentia. Sweet. Digging that one. Fatal Fury 2 for the Sega Genesis. There's a ton of Sega Genesis games on this one. A lot more than the Sega CD, which is kind of a bummer. I wish there was kind of more of the more Sega CD games, but that's okay. There's some good ones on here. So let's actually just start one of these Sega CD games. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into Sonic CD. This is one. I actually never really did play that much Sonic CD growing up. I was kind of over Sonic at this point when it released, but it's a great game. Yeah, this looks great. This looks awesome. I'm probably going to take off the wallpaper or whatever you want to call it, the border. But yeah, still pretty cool that you have that option. Pretty similar to the other ones. See, can I do a dash? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I didn't really play much Sonic CD. It's a little bit different than Sonic 2 and 3, and of course 1. But this is the last great Sonic game, in my opinion. You know, from this era anyway. So, yeah, it looks great. Emulation looks pretty nice for this. But let's go ahead and let's jump into another game, see if I can... Oh, there we go. Cool. So if you hit the mode button on the 6-button controller on the top, you can go ahead and save, load, game reset, or return to main menu. So I'm not going to save anything because, like I said, guys, this is not my console. This is Izzy's console, so we're just going to go back out to the main menu. I like that. I don't have to actually reset the console. You know, I can just do it right there on the controller. So... cool. So let's play some Ninja Warrior. I don't think I've ever played this for the Sega CD or the Mega CD. I wonder, oh yeah, I can jump right into it right here too. Cool. So, whatever. Okay, just C, go back. Oh wait, no. Go back, cancel. Okay, let's just play the game. Man, this is so cool that they release. I wish they would, you know, mass produce this a little bit more. It's kind of a bummer that they're not going to, you know, because I found the Mini, the first one, the Genesis Mini at Walmart, like 50% off. It was a really good deal. So it's too bad that these aren't more mass produced. They're a little bit difficult to get a hold of, I guess. So, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, up to jump. I was like, why am I not jumping? This is cool, dude. Gosh. Oh, the good old 16-bit era on the Sega Genesis. So yeah, guys, 60 games for this. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. There's 60 games on this. A lot bigger than the first one. I think the first one had 30 games. Maybe it was 40 games. Maybe it was 40 games. I don't remember. And there's some good games on the first one too. That's when they brought over Wily Wars, Mega Man Wily Wars, for the first time in the States. You know, like actually by Sega. That was pretty neat. So, okay, hit the mode button. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the main menu and let's play another game. You know, I think it'd be kind of cool if they would have added like a 32X games on here too. Let's see, what other games, what other Sega CD games are there? Now, I don't really want to get in like Shining Force or anything like that. Those are kind of, I don't know. Oh yeah, Final Fight CD. Dude, I forgot this was on here. Yes. Final Fight CD is a bomber game. All right, so let's jump into some Final Fight. Now, if you guys grew up in the 90s and you went to the arcade, you definitely played some Final Fight CD. Or just original Final Fight, I guess I should say. But this is like a really good port of the arcade. It's really well done. It was probably the best, I think, on Sega CD, Mega CD, for this era. Yeah, dude, this game's music and friggin' sound effects are awesome. I forgot how to play though. This is a really nice 6-button controller. I feel like I'm legitimately playing with a brand new 6-button controller. Like, it feels really nice. Oh, how to get that again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because back in the day, like, the only way to play this game outside of the arcade, that was an actually good port, was the Super Nintendo, you know, Super Famicom. So, at least for me it was anyway. So, getting it on the Sega CD was really nice because it had better music. It had all 3 characters, you know. So, yeah, in multiplayer, it was great. It was great. Oh, I can't pick that up, so I'm gonna go downstairs now. Yeah, these simulation looks pretty nice. I'm digging it. These are well done. You know, I can't wait until the community hacks into this thing and puts some more Sega CD games on them. That'd be cool to have some more games on here. Oh, dude. Okay. So, Final Fight CD, a banger for sure. Definitely one you don't want to pass on. That's a good one to play through. It's not very long either. So, let's go back out to the main menu. We got Echo the Dolphin. We got Night Trap is one of those games I probably won't play just because, I don't know. It's just not really up my alley. Sewer Shark is a very interesting Sega CD game. It was like a launch title for the Sega CD, you know. Yeah, so Sewer Shark was known for its like full motion video. It was really heavy into that. They were really trying to push that when the Sega CD launched. And it was fun for a little bit, but it kind of, I don't know. It's not the greatest game, but it's interesting. It's a rail shooter. So, like I said, it's an early title. Look at that. Sony ImageSoft. Wow. This is way before the PS1. Well, maybe not way before, but it actually doesn't, it's not looking too bad so far. Let's see what the video looks like. A Hasbro production. Okay, come on. Slow load times. The Sega CD was known for its really slow load times. Oh, gosh. Oh, Lord. Super Shark. Okay, let's just get into it. Yeah, this was a big deal back in the 90s. I mean, to have full motion video on your video games, you know, on a 16-bit console was a huge deal. It was such a big deal. So, I don't know if I can skip this. Okay, yeah, so this is what you do. You go down the sewer. Oh my gosh, dude, this game's crazy. I remember playing this on my old TV, my old CRT, and it just looked terrible, but I was like, well, the game's talking to me.
Catfish the whole hog. Something breathing down here.
Lord, how we've come so far in video games. Wow. I don't even know what to do. Oh, okay. Wait, steer? I just do this. You just point and shoot. This is ridiculous. Wow. Can I go down? Okay, yeah, I'm turning me. This is all you do, guys. This is all you do. This was such a big deal. It's so weird. It's so weird to think that this was such a big deal back in the day. Clean out the rats out of the sewer. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. It did not age very well, that is for sure. I haven't played this game since I owned it. Like, it did not age very well. Oh gosh, it's horrible. I guess I was supposed to go that way, but it just didn't go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, okay, let's get out of this. That game's bad. Okay, return to main menu. Let's see what other options we have in this guy. And then maybe we'll play one more game and I'll just end the video there. So let's see. How do you, is there a, oh yeah, okay. So hit X on the controller. There's settings. Let's go to game settings. Wallpaper settings. I wonder if you can just turn it off. Yeah, just turn it off. Okay. Screen settings. So, oh, okay. That's cool. You can stretch it out a little bit or you can just do the regular. I don't know. Let's just leave it on regular though. Sound settings. Hey, that's neat. New compact design. Or the OG. Let's do new compact. And then you can do mode button settings, but whatever. And then, yeah. I don't know. This is kind of silly. I don't want to do that. So, let's go back up to some of the Sega CD games. Night Breaker, or Night Striker. I don't remember this game either. But let's check out the other Sega Genesis games. There's some, maybe one that wasn't on the OG Genesis Mini too. Or Genesis Mini 1, I should say. But there is a lot of games on this. Look at that. Oh, Splatterhouse 2. Super Street Fighter 2. Not bad. Revenge of Shinobi. Truxton. Wow. Okay. So let's hit up some... Where'd it go? Did I miss it? Splatterhouse 2. Yes. 'Tis the season. It is Halloween weekend. Let's play some Splatterhouse 2. I think this was a European release only, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Or maybe it was like a late release. Something like that. But yeah, I'm digging the Genesis Mini too. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to have to try to get my hands on one at retail. I'm definitely not going to play the scalper's fee, that's for sure. But everything's running really well on it. It'll be nice to see who mods it and hacks into it so we can definitely add some more games. I'm not sure how much memory is built into this thing. I think I heard it was like 1 or 2 gigabytes. Not very much, but enough for these older games. Go back to the house. Okay, let's just start the game. Dude, I haven't played this in forever. Let's go. I don't know what I was doing there. It's like keeps wanting to duck. Come on, bro. Let's go. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Just one punch, death. Good night. Let's turn up the volume on this game a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's jump. Okay. I forgot how to play. This is so cool. So yeah, I'm digging it. I definitely recommend picking one up if you guys haven't already. I think they're going for $100 if you can find one at retail, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 120, something like that. It's somewhere in there. I'll leave it down in the description below. You know, and a link to like an Amazon link to where to find one. You know, I suggest maybe getting on a wish list or something like that if you do want to get one. But I think it's worth the value. It's a plug-and-play system that's HDMI. I mean, pretty cool. It comes with a great 6-button controller, too. I mean, but thank you so much to my buddy Izzy again. I really appreciate it, bro. That was really cool for you to let me borrow this so I could do an unboxing and record some footage of the gameplay. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much to everyone that made it this far in the video. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big old fat thumbs up. See you later. Bye.